I used to think if I wasn't swimming, I didn't want to live. But things have changed now, now that I'm 80. And I still enjoy swimming, but I know it's not the same, unfortunately. So it's not the same experience in the water. And I don't have the same body position I used to have, which was really my greatest asset. I have a beautiful body position in the water. I can float without moving my arms or legs for a long, long time. Now I don't feel comfortable kicking and pulling at the same time. I mostly just pull because my back seems to be a little bit out. But listen, I love swimming, I always will. It's healthy, it's fun, and it's fun. It's who I am. So how can I stop?
Well, if you have a lighting designer, you don't need as many swimmers. And one of the swimmers is a lighting designer. Whoa!
I knew I came into town to do a lighting show.
You just didn't know it was here.
No,
All right, wait. It's 100.
I remember the very first day I came to Wellington Springs. I had done Richfield for a few months. I came down and George Brunstad was lifeguard. And I kind of introduced myself and said I'm trying to give the master's group. And he introduced me to Barbara.
You were very self-conscious about what you're doing. Is my stroke correct?
Yeah.
Where do I fit in? And there's a lot of angst in that.
Yeah.
And Barbara's always been very relaxed.
no, you keep saying that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Because she has a very relaxed
Sometimes I call Joan Barbara when she stops and doesn't rotate, doesn't take a rest.
I usually take a rest.
I still don't stop because I don't do. I just do the whole
You just
thing.
do the whole thing.
I was usually behind.
No, she doesn't
And
usually
Sarah
either.
would always gain on me on the flip turns, and then
Sarah's
I'd
so
catch
good
up,
at
and
turns,
then she's, you know. Okay, a flip turn is when you come into the wall and you do a somersault and you go out fast and you lose a breath that way. It's why I don't do it. I come into the wall, turn around, and go back, and I get an extra breath that way. That's why I do it.
You did better than I did on
No,
that
see, because
one.
Barbara's just a little bit competitive. just like a really tiny bit competitive.
Good, but I think you also, remember we once did that January thing?
I liked her. She was a good
She was
coach.
a good coach. She
was,
really
yeah.
And
cared.
she gave me very good butterfly workouts. And that I was in top form when we had that little episode of swimming together because I had done so much butterfly. I've been doing 200 butterflies every day that I wasn't with you guys. When I was at Brookfield by myself, I did all butterfly workouts. So my arms were really strong.
Wow.
I had my own technique, and I would tell people, don't worry about me when I'm underwater. I'm just resting, I'm not dead. Because I take a real long sleep underwater when I do the butterfly. I go up.
Look, I wasn't lifeguarding.
Yeah. You might as well. Barbara was.
So, Yeah, so when I did the butterfly, it's not that hard for me because
That's okay. I've adopted some of your technique.
You have relaxing underwater.
I think of you. Okay, I don't have to kill myself.
Internationally, I wasn't that big a star. I have to be honest. My best position in the international race was 8th.
That's still pretty amazing.
And I was 12th and 20th. And then I was disqualified.
We don't have to talk about that one.
I'm disqualified. But I mean, there were hundreds of people from around the world, and it was really scary. I mean, in fact, one woman right in front of me who did the 800 before me, that was when I got disqualified. She fainted. She didn't even get off the block. She fainted and she didn't get on the block, and they had to take her away. And I was next in that same lane behind her.
And you were like, "Oh no, is this a jinx lane?"
I was a little nervous, so that's the one I was disqualified.
Yeah, it was obviously a jinxed lane.
We had relays. Yeah, all 3 of us want to relay together.
Sarah, it's really interesting that we all came from towns that are around the Wilton Y. We met at the Wilton Y, and we've maintained a friendship even when Barbara leaves and moves to New York City. We still visit her.
How is it, Barbara, that you ended up coming way down to Wilton? Because you were living in Danbury. That's kind of further than most.
Well, that's where the action was. That's where the good team was. There's nothing in Danbury. I mean, Danbury had nothing going.
50-meter pool, too.
Well, they had no team of any kind, and Brookfield didn't have anything going. The Wilton was famous. Are you kidding? Do you know what FINA means?
I used to, but tell me.
Fédération Internationale de Natation Association.
Oh, it's in Italian.
No, that's French.
French.
International Federation of Swimming Association.
Okay.
And the world
South
record.
Carolina.
Yeah, no, the Lafayette Swim Club. Lafayette Swim Club, 400 for freestyle. It says world record somewhere here. All right. Such a pleasure.
Oh,
You're sweet. Thank you very much. Okay. These are photos that I still have, amazingly, from I think when I was about 11 to about 15 or 16, when I had sort of my first swimming career. The earliest photo I have, I'm probably 10, maybe 11, with my younger brother Tony and my older brother Douglas. Douglas swam too at the Cornell team. And it's a statue from the country club before I joined a formal team. I started swimming when I was 3. I swam across the pool at Labor Day weekend swimming festival and meet. And I just loved swimming, and they couldn't get me out of the pool. I stayed until dark, until my parents came to take me away, and then I said, I don't want to leave. And the same way in the ocean, when the red flag was up and you weren't supposed to go in because it was too rough, that's when I loved it the most. I loved to go in and ride the waves in the ocean. I would go to any lengths to go swimming. I'd ride my bike at, several miles just to be in the pool for a half hour. I was just craved it like I was a junkie or something. Swimming junkie. I was 13 here, but at 12 I started, as soon as I could compete. You couldn't compete until you were 12 in those old days. And I broke the 400 meter record for the state championship as soon as I was 12. And then I broke several other freestyle championships. That was my stroke, freestyle. This picture was taken at a swim meet in Florida when I was probably 12 or 13. I'm the youngest one on the team. I'm the far left, the littlest one. And I got on the team because my coach came to the Ridgewood Country Club and saw me swim and asked me if I'd like to swim all year round through the winter and everything with the swim team. And I said, of course, I'd love to do that. I went swimming twice a week with her. She'd come pick me up and take me, and did that for all through high school. This is how we looked when we had our clothes on. This is an article in the local newspaper on me as a swimmer. I was in the paper a lot because I was state champion and I was athlete of the year in the town I was in. It was about 25,000 people. This one talks about how national titles were just out of my reach. Now we're talking about Olympic competition at this point, not age group competition. So, and that's true. I was just always I always got better every year and would have been right there, but then everybody else got better. I was on a world record-breaking relay in April 6, 1956, and I was the second fastest on the team. And one thing that was noteworthy about breaking this world record, we did 400 yards in 3 minutes and 56 seconds, which was a world record for 4 or 5 years, was that the team next to us had announced they were going for a world record. So they had extra timers on for them to break the world's record, and we beat them. And we were as shocked as they were, because I don't think any of our swimmers were as fast as theirs, but we were that day. We were really pumped, and each of us did extraordinarily well, so it was very exciting.